Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Weekly Crop, and this week we're talking about this backpack. Well, not the backpack particularly, it's more about what goes in it that we're concerned with, but the backpack itself and everything that it comes with is from a company called Padcaster. And if you're familiar at all with live streaming, so for example, if you're a filmmaker, a journalist, an educator, church, content producer, creative content producer, any of the types of these people that have been using live streaming in the past few years, you've obviously seen a big change in terms of what you needed for live streaming. It used to be quite difficult and oftentimes needing separate hardware, separate computers that were standalone, that required multiple points of hardware, and you needed many cameras, and you need all these different things, and it became very discouraging and cumbersome to say the least. But in the last few years, the technology has really come along, and this represents probably the pinnacle of what's happening in terms of taking that footprint and making it a lot smaller. And so what they've come up with is something called the Padcaster Pro. And I'm just going to wheel it in here, and it is this whole device and unit right here. The only thing that it doesn't come with, it comes with so many things, but you will need your own iPad, obviously, and it will fit a 9.7-inch iPad Pro or the 5th and 6th generation iPads, and then everything else is there. So the minute you plug in your iPad to this whole unit, you are immediately ready to stream with everything that you need. There's not a single thing that you need to buy extra. And it does all fit in this backpack. In fact, they made a great video about it. I'll let the video speak for itself in terms of what this can do.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm coming to you from what has been billed as more than just a watch party, but rather a victory party.
The music is loud and the drinks are flowing.
Thank you, Rachel. Right now I'm with the Suffolk County Democratic Committee in Hopong. I'm able to use an earpiece and a microphone, and it's all in this backpack. It was so easy to bring. We were actually making jokes about it because NBC, they had a whole truck. They needed a whole truck, and all we needed was a backpack.
So let me give you a quick rundown about what you get with this whole kit. First off, we're going to start from the bottom up. And the reason that it's great to start from the bottom up is that they come with these great set of spreader casters. So when you are doing a production, whether you're at a trade show or in a school, and you're moving from point to point to point, you don't want to constantly be packing it up, trying to carry it over your shoulder, things falling off of it, things, maybe you didn't tighten it down well enough, and there's always a little bit of calamity involved. But this kind of eliminates that, because with the casters, you just kind of walk around and roll it around with you. So it makes it a lot faster and a lot easier, especially as a single operator, to be able to do that. If you do like the caster spreaders themselves, it's actually just a rebranded Benro product, and we will sell you here at Vistek just those spreaders if you like them. If you've already got a Benro tripod for whatever reason, that is a standalone product, which is great, but it is included with this kit. It already comes with it. Moving on up, we've got a great tripod fluid head combination, and what's really great about the tripod is, again, several other companies make tripods like this, is that if you are on uneven ground, like if you're in the forest, for example, or beachside, I guess, and you won't have the ability to kind of roll around casters quite so well, but you have a second operator, then the tripod does become a monopod, which is awesome. So you can just have that operator kind of hold it up, and you're a lot more mobile in that respect. So true mobility. Moving up, we've got a great fluid head here, pan and tilt, super smooth, and that is really required as far as I'm concerned when you're doing any video work, whether it's streaming or recorded production. You really need a good fluid head, and it's got a wedge plate in here, a little dovetail plate, so you can kind of take it on and off as you need. Now moving up to the whole unit, the sort of the frame for the whole unit is this piece here, this steel frame, and it's got a number of 1/4 and 3/8 16 holes in it, and that allows you to mount various things to it. It will come with 3 different microphones. So you will have your shotgun microphone here, then it will come with a lavalier microphone, just a corded one, and then we'll also come with this guy right here, which is just your regular sort of condenser mic for basic interviews, that type of thing. And then it will have this little lock here, so you can just hold it in the lock. And it also comes with headphones, and they're pretty good headphones too. They certainly didn't cheap out, and they made sure that the headphones were really great. And they also have this braided cord, and it's a bit of a funny story about this braided cord, because when they were researching and building this, they discovered that, especially if you're using these in a lot of schools, that the #1 cause of failure with headphones in schools is students biting on the cord and biting through the cord, believe it or not. So braided cord is a lot more durable, and it is not necessarily completely bite-proof, but I think it'll last a lot longer than a regular plastic cable. Now, how all of this integrates with the unit, well, it comes with a splitter, and the splitter is really cool because with this splitter, you've got an audio in and then an audio out so that you can monitor. So that's really great. It's one at a time, so you're obviously going to choose, do I want my condenser mic here, my shotgun mic, or do I want my lav mic, or what have you. It's sort of one thing at a time, whether you want that mic. But it does allow for both monitoring and recording at the same time. You get this great little sun gun, as I call it here, this little LED light. It just uses AAA batteries to run, and then it comes with a little diffuser. So if you want more of a hard light, you get the hard light there, and then slot the diffusion panel in there. And then last but not least, sort of up here, we get this great little feature here, which is called the Parrot Teleprompter. And it's just a mobile device teleprompter. So all you need is your telephone, your mobile device, and with a free Parrot app, you've got the Parrot Teleprompter app. Just open that up, and you can type in all your script and simply snap it into place, and you have a perfectly working little teleprompter, and it works awesome. The benefit as well is that the entire kit does come with this Bluetooth control, so that you can just hold this in your hand, and if you're sort of cropping your hand out, you can just be controlling the entire speed and start and stop of the teleprompter just with this device. So it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to constantly go and start and stop the teleprompter or screwing things up, especially for live streaming when you kind of really you can't edit it out, so you have to kind of nail it. It allows for a lot more control without people kind of seeing into the third wall of your production going, oh, we screwed this up kind of thing. So it's really great for that. Now, if I remove this, we're going to see that we have a 58mm ring gear. And if I take this off, it's going to give us an opportunity to put on two additional things that come with the kit. And it is these two lenses. You've got a 0.45 and macro lens, so if you want to go wider, or if you want to go nice and tight for some cool macro shots, or a 2x focal expander. So it gives you twice the focal distance of your iPad there. So those two things, and they just simply screw into that little adapter there. So that's really awesome. Now, in terms of moving this and packing it away, it does come, as you can see, with this great sort of sun hood, which is, as far as I'm concerned, super critical. Even indoors, I often get tons of glare. You've got this big glary screen on an iPad. It makes it nearly impossible to see once light hits it, and especially outside, it's a disaster. But what I really love about this, and again, this just comes to its ability to pack away really easy, is bam, you put this guy in, bam, like that, and this, and it essentially becomes your hard shell case for the whole unit. So when you're packing it away, you don't have to worry about your iPad getting damaged. You certainly don't have to take your iPad out each time, which can be a bit of a nuisance. So the iPad can just live in the case, live in the backpack, and you're ready to go. And it's just simply put, when I want to start my production up again, snap, snap, and I am effectively ready to go and ready to go into production. So that's pretty much it for the Padcaster Pro, a super awesome device that is basically immediately turnkey, plug and play, set it up, and you're immediately online. They've got one other little product that I want to show you, which is really cool, and that is their Verse. And it is, again, an even smaller little mobile production studio. It comes with everything that you do see here, but it's this stem here that has a lot of really great features because, of course, with this frame, you can have multiple rigging points through 1/4-20 screws, but the actual base unit here also has a cold shoe, so you can put cold shoe stuff into there. It locks really, really securely. Some of the units that are similar to this that you may have seen on the market are spring-loaded, so if you knock them, the mobile device comes out. But this one operates with a little bit more of a ratchet system and has a lock. So once I kind of ratchet it down, put it in place, ratchet down, and then lock it, it's a very secure fit. So it's not going to really nothing will take it out. So I really love it for that reason. I haven't really seen anything like this on the market. I think there may be more, but I love the fit of this and how robust it is and the fact that it does have the cold shoe. But then when we go down, here's the cool thing is that, for example, an iPhone is around 1900 milliamps in terms of your battery life. And if you're going to be streaming for like an hour or something, obviously that's going to kill your battery, and they know that. So the great thing is that This device also has an included battery. So it's a 3600 milliamp battery that will power your device. That's effectively 2 times the charge in addition to your mobile device battery as well. So if you're doing those long streams, you don't have to worry about trying to rig up an external device recorder somewhere on this. It already basically comes with that. And then lots of other rigging opportunities, like I mentioned, through the quarter 20. So you can add lights, you can add different microphones, and maybe a separate monitor. Who knows? Whatever you want, you can add to this system. So really great. It is the Verse here, and if you don't like the sort of the tripod leg system here because your rigging needs to be a little bit more ad hoc, maybe you're in the forest or who knows, then you can also get these articulating legs here. These have been on the market for a while, and most of you, I'm sure, have seen these. But they're really great because imagine, my arm's a tree branch. I can just simply wrap it around that. So basically, if you've got to rig really quick on the fly to a pole or a branch or a table or a chair or whatever, this is a lot more of a handy unit to have. So in terms of the tripod legs. So again, the Padcaster Pro, awesome device in terms of if you want to start streaming right away, you want to have a mobile production studio immediately without any fuss. It is the best product and the first product on the market that does what it does. And if you want to be a little bit more small and have even smaller footprint, then certainly the Verse is great as well. In addition, I know that they are coming out with a larger teleprompter kit that is made for iPads as well. So right now it's just the Parrot, which is just for your small telephone device, but they will have some bigger ones on the market as well when you're looking to expand as well. So that's it for this week's Weekly Crop. Thanks guys so much for watching. And as always, please subscribe to our channel and find us on all the internets. And if you have any questions about these products, please visit us in one of our stores here in Canada or online at vistek.ca. And for now, that is all. Thanks so much. Happy shooting.